All right, do you need money to get girls? So I was actually having a debate with one of my buddies back like a year ago. And he used to tell me crap like, oh, bro, why aren't you dating this girl? Why are you, he was just bitching around. And I was like, I just wanted to screw with him. So I told him, yeah, man, actually, I'm not dating around because I'm broke right now. That's what I told him. I'm broke right now, so I'm not actually dating anyone because I'm not going to take a girl to McDonald's. He was like, oh, what's wrong with McDonald's, man? If a girl loves you, she's just going to date you no matter what. She's not going to care about the money. I'm like, dude, if a girl likes you, yeah, she won't care about the money. But eventually she's not going to fall in love with you because you shouldn't like yourself either, because that means you're not a competent person to begin with. Now, unless you're born in like a third world country and you genuinely have zero money because the world was entirely against you and you literally can't even afford to get a bank, or you can't afford to literally eat, then I understand. But if you're born in places like here, like in the US, then what reason would you not have to make some money? Like, I wouldn't blame a girl for not liking you just because you don't have money. Now, it doesn't mean they have to be gold diggers. That's not what I'm saying here. But do you need money to get girls? I think no, not necessarily. But I think if you want a real girl, then yeah. Right? It's not for no reason that almost every single one of my friends has their girlfriends are fat, because they're the only ones that want them. Right? I've had girls that, yeah, they've wanted me, whatever. Maybe they were 8s, 9s, whatever, 10s maybe. But overall, it's sustainable, so I wouldn't even want them anyway, because I know I can't sustain that, not yet. You can't sustain something like that yet. So even if they're super in love with you, that love is just gonna fucking fall down. You can't take them to McDonald's to go eat. I don't care if they're like, oh, but girls are different, man. Oh, you just haven't met the right one. Oh, bro, nah, she's different, bro. Trust me. Nah, bro, she loves me for who I am. Nah, shut up, bro. If you're taking her to McDonald's, I mean, that's good. It's not about the money. But do you really want to take her to McDonald's? Do you feel happy going and taking her to McDonald's to buy a Happy Meal? Oh, here, buy you some McDonald's. No, I'm trying to take her to nice places. And if you take her there, and then eventually, in a couple of years, you're trying to pretend like you're the big boss, like you're this big alpha dog, nobody's going to believe you. She still remembers your broke ass when you were poor. She remembers that broke you were. She remembers everything. But if she met you once you were already established and had a lot of money, that respect is already ingrained. Because a lot of people, this isn't unique to women either, a lot of people are never going to respect you right now because you don't have anything to prove that you were a person that garners your respect to begin with. So I'm going to give you guys an example. So I consider myself that I have a very strong personality and I have a very competent and a very good personality, but it so happens to be that the majority of other people, the majority of the other population on the planet has a shitty personality and is full of dumbasses. So the problem with this is, if the world is full of dumbasses and I'm the only one that's not a dumbass, the problem is they're all going to think I'm the weirdo in the equation. So what I have to do is I have to use that giant, immense intellect that I have of not being a dumbass like them to make a shit ton of money, become very successful, and becoming big on social media, doing a lot of important things. And then once you establish that you're financially better than them, physically better than them, because you're consistent and you're very determined and you're very dedicated, disciplined, whatever, once you do all of those things, now it's proven. Now you have some physical way of proving that you're actually better than them. And now that you're better than them, it doesn't matter, even if you were one of the people that had the dumbass personality to begin with. Now you're a personality superior, and even the dumbasses, even 99% of people that were already dumbasses in the entire world now respect you with your 1% personality that's different. Now for being a fucking weirdo, you're respected as a Chad. Now everyone's trying to be like you, but they can't. That's how it should be. Now, what does this have to do with girls? Well, same shit. Same shit. You have to be that 1% person, that 1% personality before you even meet her. You're not gonna meet her when you're part of the dumbass class. Plus, come on, if you actually go and buy her McDonald's, or you're broke, like, oh, sorry, babe, I gotta go to work. Oh, what do you think she's gonna think? What do you think her parents are gonna think when she finds out, when they find out that she's with some broke dude that has a job? Now, this doesn't mean if you have a job, you're broke. That's not the point. I'm exaggerating very largely. That's what I'm doing. But the point still stands. The point still stands. You can take her to McDonald's, but you still need money. You still need money. If you can't even afford money for yourself, how do you think you're going to afford money for her? If you actually think that is sufficiently acceptable, being able to not pay for a decent meal just because you're in love with her, what does that have to do with anything? That you love her? That doesn't mean anything. What does? How strong is your love for her if you're not capable of making a ton of money just because you actually love her and want to give her a nice life? And your love doesn't mean shit because you weren't able to, come up with results.